Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching. Welcome to a new episode. Today is day 32, if I said correctly. Short recap of yesterday. So yesterday we started making our personal review system. So we finished it for the stays section of the website. So what we can do, we can say whenever we visit it, we can upload our images, we can tell our experience, some tips, and then we have the ratings for different categories. So this is all working. I'm still not very happy with how we navigate to it, but we'll make changes to that later. What I want to try to do today is to fix the front end. So currently we're still pulling information from the wrong table in the database because we first stored it in the listings table, but now we store it in the review table. So what we're going to do today is we're going to replace this. I said that yesterday I would also do it for the dining, but I will do it after recording this episode. So then our dining and our stay sections are done. Yeah, the views are going up of the video, so I'm very happy. Subscribers are not going up, so there's way more people watching that are not subscribed than subscribed. So if you could help me out by just pressing that little button below, that would help me out a lot. So let's get into the episode. Let's start fixing this, and then yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a smooth ride. Let's go. Okay, so we open up Cursor, and basically what I'm gonna say, I think this already updated the file that we had. So we created a personal review. So I think we're here, components for this. So we're gonna use Super Whisper again. Okay, in the previous two chats, we implemented the phases for the personal review implementation plan. Now what I want to do today is replace the current experience and pro tips from the stays page with the new information from the personal review. So currently we're still pulling in the front end from the listings table. This we need to remove, and we need to replace it for the new function that we just implemented. So please analyze the changes first, and then from there onwards start with phase 7. So replace the components that we currently have on the page with the new component, and also make sure it's shown in a very nice modern way, so that if the user comes to the page that like, okay, hey, there's a quick overview of how different areas of the stay is. Yeah, so let's start working on that today. Please come up with a plan first. Also check the database structure first, just in case, and then give me your plan, and then we start working on it. Okay, for this I'm gonna select thinking. Still I'm figuring out if I like Gemini Pro better or 3.7. Let's try Gemini Pro. I see a lot of people on X talking about Gemini Pro. For me, I didn't have the best output so far, so let's see what it will do. Proposed plan. Current stay listing detail page or similar. Alright, structure. Document stay experience, understand how it really works. Wait, I think now it actually wants to use the old one. Yeah, so we need to create new components because we did not yet create those components. We have the old ones, but we need to remove those. So we can either just modify the current components and replace them with the new ones, or update or remove it and create new ones. But maybe it's easier to just refactor them, and then also make sure to pull the right information. Like we have a personal review TypeScript file for actions and services. So please pull the right information and check the previous chats on what changes have been made. Yeah, so I'm curious, do you guys prefer using Gemini or Anthropic? Wait, it already gives error, so I'm just gonna use 3.7. I'm gonna let this run. Whenever it's done, I'll get back to you and we can just analyze it together. Okay, it's not done yet, but it's working way better. Now directly it got the right file, so the personal review TypeScript file, then it directly found the right page as well. So I think for me, Anthropic 3.7 is working better, but I read so many different stories on X, so I'm not sure. Like even some people say like, I make the plan with Gemini or Anthropic 3.7, and then I let it code with 3.5. I don't know. I used a lot of 3.7 Max. It was way better, but I easily hit the $100 for just a simple website, and I don't think it's necessary. Probably it's better to just map it out a little bit better than just prompt it with this. Like $100 is not a lot of money. Well, for some people it is, sorry, but I just think everything is just doable with just 3.7 and thinking, or even switch it over to 3.5. Okay, now I'm gonna let it run. I just wanted to tell you guys that actually 3.7 for me is working better than Gemini Pro. Okay, it started working on the dining again, so I asked it if it's already done with the stays. So it says create a new component, shows overall rating, displays the visit date, shows all the aspect rating with nice progress bars, rich text. Fetch personal review data using get personal review, replace the old stay experience, pass the personal review data. Okay, so it's saying that that is done. Let's have a look. Okay, it's not all working. I'm gonna do split screen for a second, guys, sorry. For whoever hates it. I like to just have an overview. Okay, so I would prefer to have the text above the rating section. Then also, I don't really like the aesthetic of it. So it's not showing like room quality, it's showing room underscore quality. So I think that's just a note for the database. Also the rating system, the stars, maybe just make them purple or something, like same as the rest of the page, or .I blue. Because right now it's hard to see that it's actually having the rating. Then also, yeah, I think it should just be clear in one overview what the rating is. So if you go to the page, or maybe also categorize it a little bit. So let's say overall, for same as that we have it in the form, that we just separate it by categories kinda, but then don't make it too overwhelming. Can you please fix it, the things that I just mentioned? I am not sure if I just gave the worst explanation, but let's see. Let's see if it can just fix it for me. Like, I don't think it's bad. Like, just if I'm gonna go on a travel, maybe we can just actually have a look at booking.com. Let's have a look. Alila Semignac. Staff facilities, cleanliness, location, value, money. Maybe we can just do it like this. And then have a drop down. So if they want to see the specifics, they can click on it. Maybe that's a good one. All right, I'm gonna let this run, and then whenever it's done, I get back to you. But maybe I think it's a good idea to just say. And then also later in the future, we can add reviews from you guys or actual visitors of different properties. So we have some sort of community that give real feedback. And then we can have an average, but then it's like our opinion and then also whoever is visiting the property. All right, whenever this is done, I get back to you. Okay, so this is what we currently have. I think actually gonna do some research on what's the best way. I don't mind this that much actually. So maybe we could just keep it for now. And then maybe if I find a different solution, I also want to add more subcategories. So maybe then we can just say like, okay, for the room, this, for value, this, for whatever this, and then we just split it out and then have a drop down with more details. And maybe we can also add some context. So let's say Instagram potential, we can make a comment like, oh, hey, go to the pool to shoot this picture or whatever. The only thing I'm noticing here, it's taking the right formatting, but here it's not taking the bullet point list. So in the pro tips element, so in the backend, we have bullet points, but the bullet points are not reflecting in the front end. So can you please make sure it's using the right CSS so that we can see the bullet points? And then I think we're there for today. So this is a smooth episode. I think this is nice to see directly what the rating is, then read a little bit about what we experienced, and then have the rating, and then okay, that's also fixed. There was a issue, let me show you guys, with the TipTap editor. So it made a quick change to the TipTap content and then also to the view. So this is also working now. Later in the project, we're gonna make this dynamic, so we just have all the things that we visited, and then we can internal link to it for SEO purposes. Yeah, this is just a case of adding the right spacing, I think. Like I need to add some white space here because it looks like there's no white space, but there is, because in the front end here, if we refresh, this is better. All right, I'm not unhappy with this. So I'm now gonna do this offline for the dining section, and then we are good to go for now. And then I just need to get to start adding the listings. Like my partner already gave me some content. It just, that's the not so nice work. Like I prefer to just start building new features, and then, but also the other stuff needs to be done. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe. I cannot ask it enough. I don't like asking it, but why not? It's free. So have an amazing day. If it's morning or evening, have a good day. Hopefully you guys are building something cool yourself. If you're doing that, please let me know below. I'm curious. I'm also thinking of maybe setting up a small community. I'll also build this in public, where basically young creators or people that are trying to figure out what they want to do with their life can come together, support each other, and there will be no paywall. Just whoever wants to join can join and share knowledge or insights. All right, guys, have an amazing day and see you in tomorrow's episode. Cheers.